we're going to cover how to make a couple of different shapes in this video. So let's start out building just kind of a basic rectangular plate that we can attach stuff to. So let's say it's maybe 60 by 150, something like that, and let's extrude it 5. Okay, so what we're going to look at first is, let's say we want to make kind of a half a circle. So if we open a sketch here, we can put a circle there, and I want the circle to be centered, so I'm going to use Smart Dimension. Since from bottom to top is 60, if I make this from bottom to top, if I make that 30, I make the circle's diameter itself 60, and then I need to make the distance from here to the side 30 as well. That'll get our piece, that'll get our circle centered. And let's say we want to make half a circle. So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line all the way across our circle, and we're going to use this thing here called Trim Entities. So we're going to click on that. We're going to turn on the power trim option, and if I hold down left click and move my mouse, you can kind of see there's a little gray line that comes off my mouse. And any of these shapes I bump into with the gray line, it's going to trim them back until they hit a different shape. So we drew that line down the center because if we didn't have that line drawn down the center, like if we just had a little circle in space and we use Trim Entity, then it just gets rid of the whole circle. So we had to put the line down the center so that whenever we bump into this side, it still leaves the, it trims the part up till it reaches that line. Then we can extrude that shape, and let's extrude it up maybe 10 millimeters. So you can use this method to create little half circles. Let's say we wanted to make a U shape. What we could do, we could, let's see, let's open the sketch here, I guess. Let's make a circle on top of this, and let's make it another half circle. So trim. So we got our half circle right there. And what I could do is I could put another circle on top of that. Maybe let's make this one a 40 millimeter circle, something like that. And then I could trim the outside, and I could trim this little bar here as well. And that'll leave me with just this little U shape. And then I could extrude that on up. Another method, if you wanted to make this type of shape, you could just say on the other side, let's just say we make a circle, we want to make this shape here, so we can make this a 60 circle. So that's kind of showing you guys how to use that Trim Entities tool to build the shape you want. But another method, we could just extrude our shape here out 30, and then we could draw on top of that. We could sketch a second circle on top, pull this through, and get rid of this side, and we could do what's called an extruded cut, and I could extrude cut back down 30, and that'll leave me this sort of shape. And then on top of this, I could sketch a circle over here, make that one 40 like we made the other one, and then I could extrude cut, I think it's 20. And we end up with the same shape. So you can kind of build a two-dimensional shape up, like make the U as a two-dimensional shape and extrude it, or you could extrude a three-dimensional shape and then just cut into that three-dimensional shape till it's what you want. So also, if you guys want to make, I don't know, some of these things where you have a rectangle, so let's sketch there, and we have a rectangle, and we want a second rectangle inside of it. I guess let's add some dimensions to kind of center everything. So we click there, let's say this is 10 from that side, 10 from over here, maybe it's 15 away from the top, and this other one, let's say, is 5, 5, and 5. So if we try to extrude this, it's going to look a little weird because you see I haven't got, like with the other ones, I trimmed stuff or worked with things until there was just a single shaded part. If we try to extrude this, it doesn't really know which one it wants to extrude because we haven't clipped this here, so it has multiple choices. So what it does when you try to extrude this way, it gives you this option of selected contours, and you can left click which of those contours you want to extend. So if you have a shape that has a lot of different overlapping regions, you can extrude it like that, and you know, you can even choose both of them if you want, and it just extrudes a big rectangle. And so this is good sometimes to deal with, but a lot of times I think it's just easier to make it clearer whenever you're trying to design this, because these sometimes if you have multiple things going on, it can get kind of crowded. I think sometimes it's just easier, like if we wanted to make just this outer shape, just clip the bottom part here, then that's the only part that's shaded in. So when you go to extrude it, it's clear as to which piece you're trying to actually go through and extrude. So that's a little bit about making different shapes. We'll stop there. So again, kind of using the trim entities tool, you can cut up sketches to give you kind of, you know, parts of shapes, but sometimes you can use just the cut tools to get there as well. So we'll stop there.